I think our podcast is underrated.
It definitely is underrated.
We did get a submission that said that.
Really?
Yep.
It was me. I wrote it.
I don't understand why we're not trending #1 every day.
I know.
Doesn't
Our
make sense.
episodes are so good. We have such good personalities. We're all so different. Matt is always on his phone.
Always. Always, always, always.
I'm just getting some content.
What are we
up.
talking about?
I did say we were on the comedy charts.
We are.
Are we?
It was like 187, but like we're still on there.
On like
On
audio?
Apple. Yeah.
Oh. We're on the comedy charts.
We're
Oh my God.
180 though.
It's because we're hilarious.
Yeah, like 186. That's pretty low.
We need to up that.
Guys,
Listen
welcome
to this podcast.
Share this episode with 10 friends right now before you.
Otherwise, a
listen.
woman will come visit you in the middle of the night. She'll rip your sheets off.
Leave a
stab
comment,
you.
like, subscribe, and let's get this podcast to #1, guys. Because this
Number
podcast is
one.
underrated.
Number
We're trying
one.
to win a streamy.
#1.
We
I
threaten them
don't-
or we're done.
Joe Rogan, you're going down, okay? Good influencers are coming after you.
Well,
and
we
we're
don't
gonna
compete with him on Apple, so that's good.
We don't compete with him. He's only on Spotify,
Yeah.
so
He's not on the comedy charts, is he?
I think so.
I don't
Oh my God.
know.
Oh, I
He's a
didn't-
comedian.
Yeah, but his
Oh,
podcast
he's
is
like so political.
Yeah, he has different people on.
How often do you listen to Joe Rogan?
How often do you think I listen to Joe Rogan?
I feel like Aaron's like, no, never.
Do you,
Like,
How
never
often do you
does.
think I listen to Joe Rogan?
Every once in a while.
Every day.
You listen to Joe Rogan
It's
every
funny
day?
because someone commented that they were like, Mike gives me, he listens to Joe Rogan vibes.
I listen to it sometimes. I don't agree with his like some stuff he says, but he has a lot of really good guests.
I'm just there. The podcast like Smartless, Conan O'Brien, and Armchair Expert with Dak Shepard. There's too much like formality, and they're so nice and courteous to the guests. I'm like, I need to see a long conversation of people being very, very real. Yeah, and that's what I like about Joe Rogan is I'm just like,
I've always thought he's overrated. I never understood why he was the #1 podcaster of all time.
Overrated?
Oh, I think
this
Joe
is a good
Rogan is
start to it.
overrated. I just don't think he's that good of an interviewer. Like he seems so
Agreed.
smug. And like he needs to prove himself every time there's another guest there. He's like, "Well, did you know?" And it's like, we're not here to listen to you, bud. We're here to listen to like the doctor or the like
the fake news doctor you're
well,
having on.
sure, he has some questionable guests on too,
Yeah.
but Joe Rogan overrated.
The thing that's weird about him too is a lot of times he won't like acknowledge it. Like if someone's joking, he takes it very literally and he'll be like, well, no, it's, and the person who's like, it's usually a comedian, they're like, no, I was joking. And I've heard comedians kind of say that on their own podcast. Like I was on Rogan and like he was not picking up my jokes.
right.
Yeah.
He has
It's
his
really
he has his
interesting.
favorites where
Yes.
there's people he's like really sweetened up around, and he'll laugh at everything that they say. But if it's like an up and coming comedian that he's not close with, he tends to
I don't know.
stiffen
Does
up.
he post every day?
Almost.
I don't even know really what his posting schedule is, but every week I check, there's usually 2 or 3 I haven't listened to.
Dang, and they're pretty long too, right?
3
Yeah.
hours.
And people complained about ours being too long.
Did people complain about ours?
I see comment. They're like, "This is too long for me to listen
Then
to."
click on another video.
Then stop
Couldn't
it when
agree
you want
more.
it to be done.
Yeah.
Or you can pause and just come back later.
Yeah.
That too.
I hate when people comment things that it's like you can fix that on your own.
Right.
Yeah.
You can literally change that
The
yourself.
worst is if someone's like, the volume's too low. Turn your volume up, lady.
What
Or
if it's a
whoever-
man?
okay.
Because he's sexist. He thinks women are stupid.
Yeah. Well, we are.
It's just
There's times.
Sexism, overrated or underrated?
sexism.
Definitely overrated. No, I'm kidding.
Wait, that's like a double negative. Sexism is
Overrated. Yeah, that means like we don't like sexism.
if we say sexism is over. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes
then
sense.
like we.
Oh yeah, if you said sexism is underrated, like
It's
we should-
also outdated.
yeah.
That too. Should we do outdated or not?
Overrated and outdated.
In or out?
Hot or not?
Hot or not?
Hot or not? Oh, that would be fun, but with like topics.
Yeah.
You know, like
No, people's
what I mean?
pictures.
My brother-
Fan submission pictures.
where it's like froyo, hot or not.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Froyo can still be overrated or underrated.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like
Sure.
frozen yogurt, any type of fad is overrated, underrated. I think frozen yogurt has had its time and now it's overrated.
You think?
The
Yeah.
whole scale, if I can go in and get frozen yogurt and I can add as many toppings as I want and I don't have to get on that scale, this scale is a racket because
Oh, putting your food on it?
based on the weight. So
Yeah.
that's why when I go there, I only get Fruity Pebbles and like coconut flakes because it's
Like,
the
really?
lightest, most flavorful thing. But the
'Cause you
moment
don't
you
wanna
add
pay more?
M&Ms,
You don't
it's like, but okay,
It's an extra
Just say
dollar.
you're cheap.
It's $1.
just because it's heavier,
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
You're adding more ingredients, so it's more expensive.
Okay, I'm trying to keep my cool.
It's okay.
Coconut, you can add a shit ton of coconut flakes and it doesn't even go up because it's so light. But the moment you add M&Ms,
Yeah, but it's like
or
a whole
peanut
candy.
M&M,
If you ate more coconut flakes, you're not going to be as full as if you ate as many M&Ms.
so you're telling me the economics of the topping that a coconut flakes are cheaper than an M&M by
100%.
weight, but that doesn't make sense. It's not.
It's like how much is a pound of feathers and a pound of
Yeah,
bricks?
breaks. I was just thinking that.
I mean,
Do you know what I mean?
I
hear
didn't
what you're
realize
saying,
you were
but-
like on a budget.
Yeah, like, what are you saving? 39 cents on a froyo?
No, it's not about the money.
You go on a first date, honey. We're gonna stay on the left side of the trays today.
Only coconut flakes.
If I see that scale go double digits,
We're picking up an M&M until it goes down. Each M&M is coming off. Oh, all right. 9
It's not
ounces.
about the money. It's about the experience. It's about the experience. Because then I'm not having fun putting this stuff on. I'm like, gosh, how much is this going to be? And not just knowing what the
But it
fucking
isn't you
price
looking
point.
at the money.
yeah, just Matt. It's like $8 is the most it's gonna cost you for a
But I just
froyo.
spent on frozen yogurt.
You should see how much you can spend. Like, you should just go out and see, like, put on exactly everything you want on it and see how much it is and just, like,
And then you won't feel bad. You're
Make
like,
an
oh, it's only
Instagram story
$8.
to write off.
That's your threshold.
I guess so. Point is, it's overrated, guys. Frozen yogurt.
I don't think frozen yogurt's overrated. I feel like frozen yogurt is timeless.
I had such a hard time with this because I like a lot of things, but I also dislike a lot of things. But here's like a problematic one. I'm not like a big Beyonce fan.
Me neither.
And I feel as though if it were someone else, like people be like, oh, Taylor Swift's overrated. But
Totally.
like I wouldn't say Beyonce's overrated because I understand that she's
Do
popular.
you think Taylor Swift is overrated?
Absolutely not.
But I don't
At
think she's
times.
underrated.
No. But like, so for me,
So
it's like
properly
so
rated.
hard
She's
because I'm like, well,
properly
I
rated.
still know that there's a huge, massive group of people that still like this person. So I understand.
Do you think Taylor Swift is underrated?
No.
For our
No.
demographic.
What?
I think she's underrated to dudes who haven't given her a shot.
Taylor
I agree
Swift
with that.
is underrated.
So for guys like us
Yeah.
who have their entire life, they're still in that kind of like that music's for girls kind of mindset,
poppy.
and they've never like let their guard down and given Taylor Swift a shot, even modern Taylor a chance. Underrated.
Aaron, I know what you're saying. I feel like how I'm seeing it in my head is if, like, I think an artist isn't very good and everyone
Yeah.
loves them, then to me they're overrated. Because like Beyonce,
Yes.
Rihanna, I'm not like
I
super
know.
huge fans, but I know that they're not overrated because I know that they're really
I think
good.
about it with the little things too.
Like what?
Like with Bro, you're like, oh, it's overrated. I'm like, okay, but like a lot of people still like it.
yeah.
Like to me, I'm just like,
But that's
not,
the point. Too many people like it is the point of it being overrated.
I know, but I don't.
but
even-
how does it to you? Because we had this conversation
No,
yesterday.
I don't think it's overrated.
Okay, and you told me this advice, and I was like, okay, that makes more sense now. Because I was trying to tell you that's how I was thinking, and you were like, yeah, but we're all gonna have different opinions about
Yeah.
what we like. Like Mike might say Taylor Swift was overrated.
But that's why I'm like, I
I think Taylor
it
Swift is
exists.
pretty properly rated.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
I love that.
I agree.
She's the #1 pop star. Everyone fucking loves her, but she's also really good at what she does. Like,
A Swiftie,
yeah, overrated would be like
the Beatles.
Straight
no,
white.
like Jack Harlow could be considered overrated.
I agree.
Now he is.
Young
Like-
Gravy, Young Gravy. I
Wait,
feel like it's
I have
overrated.
How dare you?
Yeah, how dare you? He's our good friend.
How
and
dare
a
you?
guest on
Sorry,
our
I'm
I'm
behalf.
gonna
I'm not
see
a
him
fan.
next weekend. And
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
can tell him what I
said.
said. You can tell him.
Matt, I would never ever do you like that.
Matt, you are underrated. Young Gravy is underrated. And
Wait, his name's Matt?
Yeah, and he's tall and
Wait,
blonde.
okay, I
his
understand.
mom is
I
named
do
Cindy.
think Jack Harlow is overrated. I listened to his music and I was like, this is not. I don't get it.
I'm not saying he technically. I don't think he's overrated, but
Oh, I
could,
do.
like in he's a better example of something that I can clearly say this is overrated.
Got
like,
it.
This isn't that game changing to the point where like he should be the top of every chart.
Okay, so Wiener Schnitzel, overrated or underrated?
I've never been.
What is Wiener Schnitzel?
It's a hot dog.
It's
House.
disgusting. You would never eat there.
No,
It's
probably
pretty
not.
bad, but I gotta say
One, it's
the
not
Fruit Loop,
kosher.
the Fruit Loop ice cream cone is delicious at Wiener Schnitzel.
Okay, how about hot dogs? Overrated, underrated.
It depends.
Properly rated.
Yeah.
Properly rated.
Well, okay, never mind.
I think we need to have a little bit more fun with hot dogs.
Oh, let's hear
In
it.
terms.
I'm sick of like the typical ballpark hot dog. I think we could be making better quality dogs.
Yes.
Not pushing it to the point where we're just being silly. Like that doghouse place that does it in the Hawaiian buns and stuff and adds
It's a
too
lot.
much shit.
It's a lot.
You're like, okay, you're just trying to make a hot dog fancier.
Yeah.
But I think the hot dog deserves a little bit more pizzazz in the like the ballpark world, because it's just the fucking ketchup and mustard,
Right.
and that's it.
No
Yeah.
relish, onions. You can really dress up a hot dog.
But like,
But
Mayo?
people don't do it.
Fucking grill it up.
Yeah,
Mayo?
a grilled hot dog.
Well, how
underrated.
are you cooking them?
Because they're just on those rollers like a freaking
They, like,
7-Eleven,
boil
and
'em.
they're
Okay,
kinda almost
well,
like kind of
They're
wet.
like boiled
Let's be
hot
clear,
dogs.
I'm not eating 7-Eleven hot dogs. I'm like eating hot dogs on a grill.
But also just like at a game.
I would
like
say
they do
hot
that at,
dogs on a
like, baseball
grill
games.
underrated, because that most people don't experience grilled hot dogs. Most people will go to
Like put in the microwave.
yeah, or they'll go to like a game and you get the hot dog that's like boiled. There's no grill marks on it. It's just
Yeah.
hot because it was boiled in water, and it's not good.
Have you done the spiral dogs?
No, what's that?
Where you it's like it's a way of like almost like you spiral out the hot
Oh,
dog, and
yeah.
then you have all these little grooves to put your condiments in,
Oh,
and it
cute.
cooks it more fuller and
Oh.
faster.
I think we're realizing hot dogs are underrated.
I don't think
Yeah.
they are. I think hot dogs are where they need to be.
Properly rated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have a list, or are we?
So many people
Oh,
submitted.
That's good.
I didn't
It's
know
kind
if
of weird to
anyone
sit
had
here and
any.
like pontificate on like.
Okay, well, I didn't know if anyone had like
I
specific
had a
examples
couple written
themselves.
down,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I remember someone said a long time ago that like the winners of American Idol are overrated.
100%.
Because I agree with that, because I feel like I don't know any winners of American Idol except for Kelly Clarkson,
Yeah.
and I guess I forgot his name. He sings for Queen.
I think they're underrated
Adam
talent
Lambert.
on an overrated show.
They're what?
I think they're underrated talent on an overrated show.
Yes.
Meaning like
I
they
think those
are
shows
really
very
talented
overrated.
people. They're underrated because they haven't had their moment of discovery, but they're put on an overrated show, which diminishes like the hype and appreciation they need to be on.
Kind of like how, The Masked Singer is underrated.
You finally let that go. We talked about this.
I
What? That
was
you,
messing
that
with you.
You like the?
Yeah.
She was
I
like,
watched like the first
No, I
two
remember.
seasons.
You were
One of
obsessed
my-
with it.
Yeah. One of my like best friends worked on it. So we were like really into it the first season, and we would like watch it with her every week. And then the second season we watched, and then I didn't watch anything more.
I
So was
loved
like,
when
this
you
is
liked that
crazy.
show. I was like, that is
Yeah.
so wholesome that you just love this
It was
insane,
fun. We
silly
have like
show.
people come over, but then it got like too commercialized and like
it's the lineman from the Detroit Lions.
it's
Oh.
Rudy Giuliani.
Rudy Giuliani was on
Yes.
The Masked Singer.
Ken Jeong walked out.
He
was
was a
like,
judge.
absolutely not.
Could he sing? Was he good? Was he
I don't know.
ripping?
No.
Oh.
No, there's so
He
like
just sounds like Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
The summer wind. Like, whoa, Rudy. Damn.
Like-
what the fuck?
yeah.
I read something, I think it was like a tweet or something a long time ago about all of those shows, like American Idol, America's Got Talent, Dancing with the Stars. Like, those shows are only about promoting the judges and their careers and their
yeah.
celebrity. They're the ones who are on the
Damn.
billboards. They're the ones who are in the ads.
Yeah.
The show is not made for
It's also
singers.
like not even real. Like
Yeah.
we know so many people who've been like cast on AGT
Yeah.
who are like, okay, come this day and you're going to be on this time slot. And then
Yep.
like you have to say all of these things and like do all of this.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like that's what most of all the like tearjerker stories are, is like, they just like find random people on social media and you're like, it's going to be you. And
Yep.
then they like pretend they've been standing
Yes.
in line all day.
I'm sick of that junk.
Yeah.
Like it's
too.
junk. I'm really excited to see what reality shows are going to be like for our generation when we're older. Because I still feel like there's a lot of just like foolery.
my
with,
parents
like,
watch all
our
that
parents
stuff.
think it's all real. They're
Yeah.
like, oh my
Yeah.
god, and then she had a bad leg and now she can dance and like it's just like
I
no,
know.
all of this shit was staged.
Yeah.
And I think we're really cynical to that type of
Entertainment.
staged heart stories.
Yeah.
There has been like
Totally.
a few standouts from those shows. Like, one that comes to mind is this guy's Scary Pool Parties, Alejandro from American Idol. Do you guys remember that guy?
No.
Really insanely good musician who can like play guitar and
He
like
follows.
he's like in the LA like music circle. Really incredibly talented. And he was on American Idol like a few years ago, and the clip got like super viral, and now he has like a music career. I don't think he won, but like I think every few years there are these like standouts where you can actually make a career, but it's
But
not
I think
Morgan
they still
Wallen.
bring them on.
yeah,
Like I
know.
think they're still like now because they see people on social media who are like, incredibly talented and are
Yeah.
like, come be on our show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like
The shows are definitely
How it
overrated.
People are
used to be.
auditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you can't name who won American Idol 3 years ago.
I didn't even know it was still on
I didn't
TV.
either.
Yeah, it's still on. Like, who won American Idol 6 years ago? Who
Uh,
knows?
uh,
but so that my thing is like, now that I see like that like shift in my brain, I see the billboards. Oh, it's just the judges. You see the
Yeah.
commercial. It's just the judges. You see the interviews. Like, these shows are not about promoting talent. It's about promoting the celebrities.
That's a really good point.
So they're overrated.
Yeah.
Next.
Oh, I think they're overrated.
I have one more.
Yeah.
Oh.
LaCroix.
Overrated.
Oh, you mean LaCroix?
LaCroix.
Oh, you mean
Oh,
LaCroix?
okay, the fact that you're correcting her means it's
We're
overrated.
Well,
fucking with her. Oh,
I went to
am at
high
least.
school with a girl whose last name was LaCroix, but she was like, it's LaCroix. So
It's LaCroix.
I always say
Ugh.
LaCroix.
I don't know. I think it's good.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I use it for mixers.
I
all
used
the
to
time.
hate it.
I'm passionate about not liking it.
So you
Really?
think it's overrated?
So one of the most overrated like
Seltzer.
trends in drink
Says
culture.
the guy who just drinks plain Topo Chico.
That's the best.
Add,
This is the
add a
best.
little bit of flavor, huh?
Do you like other
I'm just
seltzers that
No,
are flavored?
I'm a Topo Chico supremacist.
Whore.
Do you drink the flavored ones?
No.
Oh, so you just don't like it to not like it.
I no.
Like
I,
you didn't-
Ooh.
No, I think that there are better flavored waters than LaCroix. I just think that whatever their process
Propel?
is for flavoring is like doesn't taste that good to me, and I don't think that they're using high quality water. Like
High
obviously,
quality H2O.
like Gatorade water.
What is that?
That's an inside joke.
Waterboy?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
I just think there are better flavored waters, and
Okay.
I think like Topo Chico uses mineral water, which tastes better and is better for you because it has like the minerals in it. And I don't think LaCroix uses like high quality. I might be making this up, but I also just don't like their branding. Like they're trying.
Oh, I think it's so cute.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're
It's-
like the OG, like just regular seltzer.
And they've been around for so long.
Yeah.
Mhm. My mom would I think she only had the lime ones at the time. Like the lime ones were the only ones when I was in high school or maybe college. I don't know.
I feel like I don't like how commercialized it's good. Like it's like its own like meme.
Yeah.
Like just let it be its water.
I think for me, I'm
Yeah.
like always
Mhm.
excited to drink one, and then as soon as I start drinking it, I'm like, meh.
yeah.
It's better. Well, it's better than like drinking a soda sometimes.
Yeah,
It's a great
that's for
substitute
sure.
where I'm like,
I don't really partake in drinking seltzers, but I use them all the time for mixers, and I enjoy
Yeah, they're
them,
great for
so-
drinking.
Yeah.
That sounds like it makes more sense. But I feel like if I were to take a Topo Chico out, or not a Topo Chico,
Should we do a taste test?
I mean, sure, but
Do you
I
think
just
you'd know?
I feel like
Well, that has no flavor, so he would
if
know
you go into a
immediately.
fridge and
You can get flavored ones.
you're
Oh.
saying Mike a Topo Chico and like just a plain
LaCroix
LaCroix.
or like other seltzers.
like that. Have you seen that
Oh.
water?
I would love to see that.
Have you seen the water sommelier? Did I send you guys
Yes.
that?
Oh,
Yes,
That's
this is
fake.
This is just top water.
I think I could probably tell you which one's Topo Chico and which one's LaCroix.
Okay, we'll have to do it.
That'd be fun.
Damn.
I would have no fucking idea. I'd be like, well,
But I feel like if I was gonna
Neither.
take one out of a
Unless it was
fridge,
the coconut one.
it's like if you take a LaCroix LaCroix out of a fridge, are you feeling satisfied with that drink?
a LaCroix out of a fridge?
Yeah.
Not really. And that's kind of what I was saying. Like, I'm always excited about I like the idea of it. I like that it's cold. I like that it's bubbly. I take the crack, crack it open. I take my crack, and then I drink my LaCroix. And I'm kind of like, well, and I feel like I never finish them.
What do you do it with other
'Cause they're not
seltzers?
good.
Like, do you feel the same sentiment with other seltzers, or is it
I feel
just
like I don't
that-
really drink other seltzers.
Well, I couldn't even name you one
There's
other
Like
a
seltzer.
Spindrift
Pellegrino.
or whatever it's called?
Pellegrino.
That'll give you
Pellegrino
runs.
tastes like plastic to me.
They have a really good San Pellegrino flavor that is, oh my God, I took a picture of it. It's so
Pomegranate?
fucking good. No, I don't know what it was, but
There's so many. There's vintage seltzer, the blue. There's Polar. There's
oh yeah, Polar.
Polar.
the OG.
Polar's great.
RC Cola.
Do they make seltzers?
No.
What is that?
It's like, I think it's like Walmart's brand.
You don't know RC Cola?
Isn't it like
No.
Walmart's brand? Or,
It's,
or
like
it's
a
an old
value brand. It's a value
Oh,
brand.
you drink
of-
value?
Wasn't it in Dahmer? Wasn't it Jeffrey Dahmer? He was like, I'm just pouring you an RC
Oh.
Cola.
Probably.
Yes.
Do you think they paid for that that
I think it's
product
like-
placement?
I do feel like it's an older, like
we need
70s.
Dahmer to drink
Yeah.
anything. Coke? No.
No.
RC Cola.
RC Cola?
Well, because I think it was big in like the 70s
So
or
it's
whatever.
soda. Like
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like a
Okay,
knockoff
okay.
Coca-Cola, and I think it used to be pretty competitive, but in like the 90s, Coke just reigns supreme, and RC Cola is like,
Oh,
yeah,
RIP.
not. It's like the generic.
Got it.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be fun. Taste test generic versus real.
Yeah. I'd be like,
I think you could taste it.
you think?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Didn't we already do this? We literally did a video where we tasted
No, we
sodas.
did just different sodas, but not. They were all
Cokes.
Name
We
brand.
did all Cokes.
well.
right?
It was name
No, we
brand
did
sodas.
Coke and Pepsi.
Coke, Diet Coke.
Let's do
Cherry,
it, but they're all
Coke
flat.
Zero.
They're all flat.
Wait, did we intro this episode, by the way?
Oh.
well, the title's there.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
helps. But
We're doing...
overrated or underrated.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, we kind of did that late, but
Okay.
Next.
So far we have Le Croix.
Is overrated.
I think properly rated.
Yeah, me too. I agree.
It's now the most popular it's ever been. I don't think it's to a point of annoyance. It's a pretty useful, great substitute to drinking soda. Yes, it could be stronger in flavor, but it's a seltzer. It's not a soda.
yeah.
Rated.
I concur.
That's my opinion.
Agree to
Okay.
disagree.
I find luxury cars very overrated. Perhaps it is because I have a dad who works in the automotive industry, but most luxury cars have just as many problems as regular cars. Plus, if you get into an accident, luxury cars are more expensive and take longer to fix because you have to ship parts from overseas. What do we think?
I think it's a good point. I think luxury cars today are overrated because I think that cheap cars have gotten really, really good.
Agreed.
If we're in 1996 and you're driving a 96 Toyota Corolla versus a 1996 like Lamborghini, the Lamborghini is going to have better features, better whatever, like all these things that make it nice. But like every car now has a backup camera,
Yeah.
has a great entertainment system, is built well, good like
Sound systems.
sound
yeah.
system is great. I kind of hear what that person's saying, and you'll see. I've seen like TikToks where people will go into a Maserati or something and just show how like poorly made it actually is. And a lot of times with these luxury brands, you are just kind of paying
Yeah.
for the logo. And
I
it's
mean,
like,
my Corolla has the stars on the ceiling just like a Rolls Royce.
does it?
Corolla.
I wouldn't be surprised if like,
That would be so funny.
yeah.
It was like a 2018. Is it
Yeah, 2018 Toyota Corolla.
No, but I do agree. I do think luxury cars are overrated, especially the higher up you go on it.
Right.
When we're looking at like McLarens, Lamborghinis, and Ferraris, they all look the same.
Yep.
Like Porsches too.
They're so
It's like
loud.
there's some that
Oh,
are like $100,000 or $200,000. You're like,
What
it
are you
looks
getting?
just like. It looks just like the other one.
Especially like in this economy,
Yeah.
put a down payment on a home.
Yeah.
And the moment you like drive up on a curb, it's just like,
Yeah.
Yes,
it's so low to
yeah.
the ground.
Oh my God.
It's like a designer handbag. Like the practicality of using it too is
I think when you get to that level where you're going from $100,000 to $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, at that point, you're only getting an extra letter, like it's the 4T41Z, and it's like, oh yeah, it's an extra $30,000 to put the Z
Oh my God.
on the badge in the back, and like people just want to prove to the in group of that, oh, I'm in the Porsche community, I have this
yeah.
like super exclusive special one, and that's the reason why people do it. But
Yeah, I remember when
point
like
A to point B, that's all you need. Like,
David was like super into cars and we'd like go with him and we'd like go and see and be like so excited about all of these things. I'm like, I don't get it.
I know.
some
I just
people
don't
get
care about
dazzled
cars.
by it. It is like they are like this
Mesmerized.
is the most luxurious
But it's
thing
so
they've ever seen.
impractical.
Everything to me looks the same. This episode of Good Influences is brought to you by Established Titles. Established Titles is a fun and novel way to preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland while helping global reforestation efforts.
this is my certificate because I am now a lord thanks to established titles, and we all are lords.
I'm a Lord Matt King. Carly and Aaron are Lady Carly, Lady Aaron. It is just an incredible honor that we now have this title to our names. So basically, it's this fun project based on a historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds, which is lords and ladies in English.
Established Titles gives you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land with a unique plot number on a private estate in Edelston, Scotland, and an official certificate with a crest. You can see mine right here, beautifully framed. This is going up in my room, in my office. I am officially Lord Mike Sheffer.
And what I love about Established Titles is that they plant a tree with every order. And they also work with global charities, One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future to support global reforestation efforts. So you could officially include the title of Lord and Lady on your credit card, your plane tickets, your dating profiles, etc. It makes as a great last minute gift.
I know the next time I'm booking a flight, I'm going to, when it says Mr., Mrs., Doctor, I'm putting Lord Mike Sheffer.
As you should.
Because I'm officially a Lord thanks to Established Titles.
Now, the first 200 people purchasing a title pack using our link will effectively be next to our plot, which is just within a few minutes of walking distance. So depending on how many of you want to become a Lord or Lady, we can build our own little good influences kingdom. Once again, it makes an amazing last minute gift. Established Titles is actually running a massive Black Friday sale right now. Plus, if you use the code What's Good, you can get an additional 10% off. So go to establishedtitles.com/what's good to get your gifts now and help support our channel.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I think now Tesla is overrated.
I had that on my list, Tesla.
Yeah, after having one, and because the last car that I had before I moved to LA was like a 2004 Jeep.
Oh my God.
And I had that in college, and then I moved to New York for like 10 years, so I didn't have a car. Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's like,
dude, a Jeep Grand Cherokee 2004?
I think so.
Sick.
It wasn't like a nice one. It was like bottom of the line. But in those days, a Jeep would have not even an aux cable. Like, you need to use the tape deck to put in to listen to your music.
Yep.
No entertainment system, no GPS. Like, you had to buy a GPS separately. And that's the last car I had. And then I'm like, moved here. I'm looking at cars. I'm like, I think Tesla's pretty cool. You look at a Tesla. Okay, it's amazing. It has a screen. It has a backup camera. It has auto braking. And now I'm just looking around, and you can get a Honda Civic that has literally all of those things too. It has the backup camera, has automatic braking, has like all these things. And I'm like, I think it's a little overrated now.
I will say, though, as someone who has a gas and the electric car,
yeah,
I'm wondering if the like electric cars that are being made now that aren't Tesla drive the same, because going from a Tesla to a gas car is like hell.
it feels like you're driving like a horse and buggy, right?
100%.
it feels-
And like that's obviously coming from like an extreme place of privilege. I understand
Yeah,
that, but
yeah.
like truly the way that the Tesla drives is like you're
a spaceship.
gliding.
Yeah, it's
You're,
like a video
gliding.
game in real life. It's
Yeah.
the smoothest driving
Like when
experience.
I have to take that left-hand turn on Coldwater, I'm like in the Tesla, I'm like, couldn't be more confident because I know
Yeah.
the car will go so fast across the street.
Part
But
of
in
your
the-
body.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
100%. So like I will say like that's a big difference.
Have you
aside from all
driven
the, like,
another electric
gadgets.
car?
No, but I would love
They
to.
all drive as good as a Tesla.
Okay.
I
Okay.
test drove another electric car, and it's just
Which
as good.
one?
The Hyundai Ioniq 5.
Okay.
Oh, I
Good
want to
to
try
know.
that car so bad. It looks so cool.
The Hyundai?
Yeah.
I went to a test drive. It's amazing. I think that now all electric cars, it's all the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just a motor that's electric. That's it.
I also feel like I realize we've been like a little spoiled, or at least I have with my experience with Teslas, because all of my friends have Teslas. Zane has a Tesla, you have a Tesla, you have a Tesla, you have a Tesla. And so I'm in them all the time.
Yeah.
And I realize a lot of my friends who like don't live in LA, they like, a lot of them have never even sat in one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
like, oh, I just think Teslas are so cool. I'm like, honestly, I'm kind of bored of them. And they're like, how could you say that? I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm in them all the time. They go, you're in Matt, how often are you in a Tesla? And I'm like,
There's literally
every
like
week.
Yeah.
people drive Uber that are Teslas.
I mean, when you live in LA too, like if I'm driving down Moore Park or something, it's like Tesla,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tesla.
that's-
Everyone has Teslas
And
here.
that's
No,
why
I
it kind of
love them.
like, I
Yeah.
don't like how everybody has them. It's becoming like this new standard, like
So overrated, you think?
car.
I would say if you're looking at an electric car, you can look at other cars besides
I
Tesla
would love
because
to drive a different brand.
I think that Tesla was cool and it was underrated at the time because they were the first to do a luxury, not even a luxury, but an electric car. And now that every company's doing electric cars, Teslas kind of feel like they have way less. Like the Hyundai Ioniq 5 has way more features than the Tesla, and it's cheaper.
You know what I would love? A smart car.
Oh, please.
They are so cheap. They are literally a couple
You wouldn't
$1,000s,
even
and they
fit in
go
one.
50 miles to like the gallon. And
How fast do they go?
They're not.
I'm not like you're not there to go speed, but I just realized all the places that like I normally just like zip to.
You're so tall too.
I don't
So
know. It
funny.
just seems like such a
You would
practical,
have to cut
fun.
the roof out of your head so you can put your head through the top.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go sit in one. I just think just the price of it is so cheap,
Yeah.
and it's actually super like a strong, reliable car.
It's like buying a Vespa or something.
But I also just feel like if you get into an accident, like
yeah.
have
it's a
you
little-
have you ever seen the crash test of a smart
No.
car?
They just
the whole
get
thing
flat.
is no,
Yeah.
no. The whole thing is one huge roll cage.
Oh.
It's a super compact thing that does not like
Ugh.
squish.
I feel like I'd just be so claustrophobic.
Yeah, when I see them driving, like their face is like on the window.
I know.
It's just like if you get hit by a car, you're dead.
I've
Like,
never
Should we go
sat in
test
one.
drive?
I would love to go sit in
Okay.
one just
That
to
would be
see
really
That's what we gotta
funny.
do, the Try
how.
Guys.
Yeah, we're thinking about becoming the next Try Guys channel.
Where we-
Not saying we're coming for them, but just
Come up with a
if you'd like to see us do more extended long form content,
There's already multiple things out of this video. Mike doing the seltzer test, us test driving
isn't
a
this just
smart
Carly and
car.
Aaron's YouTube channel though?
Yeah,
Well, we
basically.
could just merge.
Yeah.
I just would love it. We just have like a really great like 2 videographers who just come and just film us the whole time.
Just that's the best. Having a videographer,
Yeah.
personal
And
chef.
we're just like mic'd up and then
know.
catch everything, and we just like
Yeah.
I don't know.
You think you would fit in a smart car? Like truly, you can't fit in a Tesla.
Tesla, like Carly's Tesla, that's a little.
Dude,
Yeah.
a smart car is half the size. Your head is going to be on the ceiling.
Well,
do you
we'll do it and we'll
Maybe
see.
they have an XL.
Do you charge? I mean, you charge them, yeah.
No,
Huh?
I think they're gas
No,
powered.
they're gas,
Oh,
but
they
they're
are.
super efficient.
Yeah.
So yeah, Teslas are. Can
And
I?
I guess I say that driving a Defender, it's just like sometimes I'm like, oof, got to be a little smart about where I'm driving this
Yeah.
car because
You don't want to go. I know someone who got one, but this is probably 15 years ago. They got a smart car and they returned it within the return period because they said it was too slow and unsafe to merge onto highways.
I wouldn't get on a highway in a smart car.
That's what I'm. You can't really
Too
use
Just
slow.
it.
going to the grocery.
Yeah, go
Going to get
to
a
record.
podcast.
Yeah, unfiltered. Just all my like daily errands. Just run around on my
Do you
smart
feel
car.
like your car is cumbersome?
No, actually, I'm in love with my car.
We're saying
I actually
cumbersome a lot
don't.
today.
If car insurance wasn't a thing, I wouldn't buy like I don't know. I wish it was just like a or a
How much
golf
did
cart.
you say they were?
Like you can get them. Well, we're talking like a brand new one.
Yeah.
Oh, brand new one's probably like $12,000 or $13,000.
Guys, that would be so fun. It could be like the sisterhood
you
of the
can-
traveling smart car.
You can get a used one
great
for like
write-off
you
for
can get a
us.
used one for like $5,000, and they're super efficient, and it's so small. It's
we just all trade off.
we get the 4-person one.
Can I pitch?
I want the
a,
car from the movie Sleepover, the electric green
Oh,
one that
yeah,
they take
yeah,
out.
Can I
Sorry.
pitch an overrated, underrated?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sorry.
Starbucks.
Oh,
I don't even go there.
disagree.
Well, what is it? Overrated or underrated?
I think it's good where it is.
Properly rated.
I think it's
Yeah.
a little overrated. Because every time
That's
we
what
do
I'm
our
talking
like
about.
taste things, we're like, where is the flavor? And there's some things that I think are perfect there, and there's some things that I think are really overrated.
Yeah. I just think they do a good job of like branding to the season
Mhm.
and like I just think it's good for what it is. Cause I honestly like most like Dunkin' Donuts, like big brand coffee shops, like
You know what you're gonna
in
get.
the off chance like you're gonna get a bad coffee.
Right. Yeah.
I think they have a lot of different options. They've got fine food options and it serves its purpose.
I respect it.
What do you think? Overrated, underrated?
I think it used to be overrated, and now I think it's properly rated. But whenever that time period was when having the Starbucks cup was a sign of luxury and
Oh,
a
yeah.
status symbol where you want to get photographed with the logo and
Yeah.
oh, I'm going to Starbucks, I need my Starbucks, and people were like, instead of saying I'm going to get coffee, they would say I'm going to get Starbucks.
Mhm.
Oh.
That's when it was overrated.
Right.
I didn't I
Now-
like never had Starbucks until I moved here.
Yeah, because they were all Dunkins.
Yeah.
You like the food at Starbucks?
I mean, I don't eat it regularly, but like if I'm on
Some of it's good.
on a road trip or something, I get like a spinach feta wrap sandwich, and like I like that.
I like those egg bites that they
Yes,
have.
those are really
I
good.
can't eat them because they
I
have
like
peppers
the
in them.
egg sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also
Um,
just not like a big fast food breakfast person. So
But have you noticed that shift where people used to say, I'm going to get Starbucks versus I'm going to go get coffee? And
I've
you go, where? I'm
never
doing
around
Starbucks.
it.
I mean, I feel like it was an early 2000s like paparazzi thing too. Like
Yeah.
but
Britney
also like
Spears
I'd
or
be like I'm
something
going to get
have it.
Dunkin'.
That's because you're from Boston.
Okay,
We don't say that out here.
I'm going to Dunkin'. I guess.
But
I don't know. I just don't think people should be going to Starbucks.
I agree.
In this economy,
I agree.
If there's like a recession coming, I think you need to cut out going to coffee places and start making coffee at home.
All right, Kevin O'Leary.
Gary
Why?
Vaynerchuk.
You know what I mean? You guys go out and have like fucking $7 coffee. You got plenty of time, bro. Save your fucking money. You know?
I have to just give my 2 cents on Starbucks. Coffee wise, they're not actually making good coffee.
Oh, I think that's fair.
They tricked American society into believing that dark roast is good and strong, and that is just bullshit and incorrect. The darker the roast, the less amount of caffeine coffee has. And
You gotta get the blonde roast.
the blonde roast.
What are you talking about? I'm kidding.
The more you roast a cup of bean, the darker the coffee bean, the less caffeine it has. Light roasts have more caffeine. So you're not getting like a strong cup of coffee by having like this fucking pitch black, burnt, shitty coffee that Starbucks
There's
gives
different
you.
colors of coffee beans.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's light roast, medium roast, and dark roast. Starbucks just roast the shit out of
Just
all
sit
their
this one out.
beans.
It's okay.
Okay, maybe it's not that. Okay.
What?
And that's based on the caffeine.
Yeah, the lighter the roast, the more caffeine.
And you can tell the difference.
100%.
One's like brown and one's dark brown.
Yeah.
You ever have like a bagel that's like toasted dark and a bagel that's barely toasted? Like, yeah, the thing gets darker
Okay,
as you
go on,
roast it
I'll
more. So
stop.
all I'm
Okay.
saying is Starbucks roasts the shit out of their beans and tricked the American public into thinking that you're getting a strong cup of coffee because you're getting this dark roasted. But dark roast is the easiest to make because all you need to do is crank it up and burn the shit out of your beans. The real art of coffee is in getting the right light roast because that's when you get most of the flavors. That's when you can create more caffeine. That's when you can actually taste the tasting notes. So if you do want to get a cup of coffee that actually tastes good, go to your local coffee shop and get a light roast coffee.
This is just out of curiosity. Pre your fixation with this,
Yes.
which is like a fun thing.
Yeah.
Where would you get coffee that's not local? Like if you had to go to a major chain.
Wawa was my favorite at the time, but that's only
I've never been.
it's only
East
like
Coast.
New Jersey, New
Okay.
York, Northeast. Wawa's amazing. They make good coffee. Also, I think like Pete's here in LA is good. I like a coffee bean is good. Actually, no, coffee bean I don't like.
TJ really likes Phil's.
Phil's is the one that doesn't do any espresso drinks, right? They just
don't
do
know.
Phil's is good. Most chains are actually good.
Yeah.
Starbucks though, unless you get the blonde roast, like which is a new thing, I think.
I also don't drink coffee.
What do you get?
I get chai.
Oh,
But Starbucks is perfect because so many places they use like spiced chai, and it tastes more like a spiced tea,
Yes.
as opposed to like a sugary beverage.
Yeah.
So Starbucks is like really.
Are they
nails
good
it
at
for
making
me.
those?
Yeah, it's like my favorite chai. That's why I go
Yeah.
there. But like I don't drink coffee, so it's hard to say. But TJ does not like the Starbucks coffee.
I think
I don't either. It tastes like
overall
pasta.
Starbucks is properly rated, but I
Yeah.
couldn't let it go about the dark roast beans. I think people need to know.
Let the people know.
Yeah,
Let
let them
them
know.
know.
Let
sis.
the
Mike.
record show.
Thanks for letting me vent it out, guys. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Didn't even know there were different beans.
You didn't know there was different coffee beans.
Okay,
Like
let's
light
go to
roast, dark
underrated.
roast. I'll give you a lesson. I'll give you a book.
Underrated.
Are these fan submissions?
Yes.
Okay.
These are all people who have wrote in.
Okay.
Something completely underrated are robes. Nobody talks about them, and it's legit a blanket that you can wear around your house. It is the only suitable form of loungewear, in my opinion. She wrote it, or I don't know I don't remember, but I couldn't agree more. I feel like robes don't get enough love.
I wear a robe. I've been wearing a robe consistently for the past month.
I have like, no, I have like 5 to 6 robes.
You have multiple robes.
I love a robe.
Okay, here's my question. I love a robe too. Where do you put it? Where do you store it?
I
So
hang it.
in my
Where?
closet. So
I put a command strip, and then right in like the
So you have
little corner.
a custom plate
robe
because it doesn't
hanger.
go in like they're so much longer than your regular shirt. So I don't like that they like drag on the floor.
And it's annoying to have to then like hang it on a hanger.
Yeah.
Like
Or
you just gotta
fold
put
it
it
up.
on a little hook.
put it on a hook in your closet when you're done with it, and then right before you turn it on in the shower, go back, take it, and then put it next to your towel. And then when you're in your shower, if you finish, take your towel, but don't get out of the shower. Put your towel on, and then grab your robe and put that on, and then do your face routine and everything.
Your sunscreen.
Yeah, I'm wearing a robe. 247, baby. Like
Robes, especially in the morning when it's cold. Like when I do my sunlight routine in the morning, I just put that robe on.
we got to do an episode where we're all just wearing a robe.
I would
Do we still
love
have our
to.
McDonald's
McDonald's
robes?
I do not.
I don't think I do
mean,
either. I wish I did.
Like some days I will literally leave my house in my robe and go run errands.
This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. I know a lot of us, definitely me included, because I have really bad anxiety. We wish life had a user manual when we have problems, we have issues with friends, family, ourselves, stressful situations, and luckily therapy can really help with that. Navigating any of life's challenges can make you feel unsure, whether it's a career change, a new relationship, or becoming a parent.
Therapists are trained to help you figure out the cause of challenging emotions and learn productive coping skills, which makes therapy the closest thing to a guided tour of the complex engine called you. BetterHelp has connected over 3 million people with licensed therapists. It's convenient and accessible anywhere, and it's 100% online.
We love an online experience. I've been in therapy for a bunch of years by now, and it has benefited my life in so many different ways, whether it's the way I think about situations or navigate problems or just the way I think about myself or friends, family, whatever. It's super beneficial, and BetterHelp can totally help with that.
As the world's largest therapy service, BetterHelp has matched 3 million people with professionally licensed and vetted therapists available 100% online. Plus, it's affordable. You just fill out a brief questionnaire to match with a therapist, and if things aren't clicking, you can easily switch to a new therapist anytime. It truly couldn't be simpler. There's no waiting rooms, no traffic, no endless searching for the right therapist. Learn more and save 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/goodinfluences. That's betterhelp, HELP.com/goodinfluences.
Do you have a rotation of like weekend robes,
Yeah,
weekday
I have
robes?
like different, no, not weekend, weekday, but there are like different materials. Like I have a
Right.
silk robe. I have two Skims robes, which are like plush, like a blanket, like a throw blanket. And then I have a Lunya robe, which is like kind of like a wool blanket almost.
Like the waffle texture?
No, but I do have one of those. Parachute.
Wow.
No, but it's like a
Yeah.
I've never thought
A
about
blanket.
having a different robe.
yeah.
I only
they're
have
also-
one, and I'm just like, that's my robe. But now that you're saying this, you could have.
It's like wearing a different kind of throw blanket.
We
like,
get him a
Right.
Skims
sometimes you
robe.
want to have your Barabee. Sometimes you want like a
Right.
nice like
Fluffy.
fluffy one.
Oh man, Aaron, you're just blowing my brain
You need
wide
a-
open
You
today.
need a Skims robe.
Yeah.
What's a Skims robe?
Oh. Well, let's just all get new Skims robes
Yeah,
and we'll
we'll
wear
wear
them
them.
here one day.
Okay.
I want
Kim,
like a
if you're
smoking
watching-
robe. I want like a Hugh Hefner kind of robe.
Yes.
Just a
They-
pipe.
Oh my God. Where did I just stay? At Resorts World. They have robes that are, oh my God, it was the best robe. I didn't want to leave the room. The inside was the most like
Was it like a sheet?
luxurious, no, like fluff. But then the outside was like sheet fabric.
Oh yeah.
It was, oh my God, I couldn't stop talking about it. I swear to God, TJ was
Are
going to be like, shut the
we-
fuck up, bitch.
Are we wearing underwear or
No.
just robe?
Yes.
Robe on body.
Sometimes
and
I
that's
like to put on like underwear and then like I chill in my robe and I'm just like watching TV and I just feel like
Yeah, like
I don't know.
You have
normally I'll just
Yeah.
get out of bed and throw it on, so naked. But then like if I'm in my house and like I have clothes on, like I'll put it on over it also.
Right. Okay. Man, I gotta get
Full-time
another
robe sitch.
Yeah, it's the best in your house. And also, because in LA, it does get colder in the mornings and then it warms up by the end of the day. So what I used to do before I got my robe is I would have to put on sweatpants and socks
Yes.
and a sweatshirt in the morning for like the first few hours of the day because it's pretty cold and I like having my doors and windows open. But by 11 a.m., it's 80 degrees. And now I have to change into shorts and a t-shirt.
Right.
But with the robe, you just put on the hot weather clothes, throw the robe on top, and then, it's a little warm.
How
robe
long's
off.
your robe?
It's not long enough.
Okay, we gotta
I-
get you a Skims robe.
Yeah, my robe I think I have a women's robe. Because I went to Target and I just got a robe and I think I got it from the women's section. I didn't realize because the arms are really short too.
Oh yeah.
And it doesn't go down.
Get a parachute robe. Those are the best.
They're really good.
Yeah.
That's
have
what I
a-
have. I
me
have a
too.
white
Is
parachute
yours the
robe.
waffle one?
I believe so. It's like a towel texture.
Yeah. Oh,
Damn, I got to up my
I guess
robe
I-
game.
well, let's order some Skims.
Definitely. All right, so we're all
Just
in agreement.
Amazon one.
We're all in
agree.
agreement. They're
Because I always
underrated.
wish I was a robe person, but I'm just not. But I wish I was.
Well, we can change that, Eric.
Yeah, I just feel like they're not talked about enough. You know, like when was the last time you had a conversation about a robe?
Never.
about
I thought I was the
pajamas?
only one.
Pajamas.
Like putting on a full,
Like a set, like a matching set.
I have this really nice pajama set that I pop on occasionally,
Okay.
and it's
Like a little suit with a collar and button down. And
Yes.
Oh yeah, I have that as well. I love pajamas. I don't
It's
sleep in them.
expensive.
Oh, how much?
Probably $5.
Ooh, from where?
$100? You have a $500
Damn.
pajama set?
I got it as a gift.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Who gave
Well,
it
it was
to
a
you?
Why are you
gift.
so weird?
Someone didn't want to give it because I feel a little brat. I don't know. Want to keep
It's
it to
okay.
myself. Yeah, I got this really nice.
This is why you're saving on
pajama.
Froyo.
I got
You spend it all on the pajama set.
no, I didn't spend the money. It was a gift. Well,
Oh.
someone bought it for someone
Else.
who was someone who was very wealthy. Bought it for someone who was very wealthy, and then they were like, "Well, I don't like that person anymore.
Oh, I
you
thought
can have
I
it."
thought they were gonna say I didn't
And they
like
go,
them.
"Matt, you can have it." And I put it on. They were like, "Looks great."
Where are they from?
I forgot the name. I wish I knew. It's like
I bet
this.
they're so nice.
Oh,
Is
it's
it like a cashmere or like a silk?
it's like it's like a not cashmere. No, it's like a silk kind of a thing. Like almost, I feel like I need to go get it dry cleaned
Yeah.
because it's like
No, I don't have
it's-
pajamas that have to be dry cleaned.
It's so nice, but sometimes I'll put it on and like Zane and Todd are like, "What are you doing?" Like I just look like
I want to see what
I'm-
it looks like.
Pajama episode.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like blue, like navy with
Oh my
like
God,
almost
I'm
like a red
obsessed.
collar.
That would also be so nice too, because we film this
The
early.
morning.
If I didn't
Yeah.
have to change into real clothes also at like 8 in the morning to wake up for this.
Well, it could be fun if like the first episode was pajamas and the second is robes.
Robe.
So then you just put it on over.
And then what's the episode
We're doing
about?
like drug free
Pajamas.
week or like we were kids, like shade out, drug, shade. Give drugs the slip.
Pajama
We wear
day.
slippers. Yeah.
Oh, I love, especially like this time of year. I have matching sets for the summer, spring, the fall, winter. Got like full PJ sets. Got a lot.
Hell yeah.
A lot of outfit changes in a day though.
I love. Not if you don't leave your house.
Okay, fair. Oh, love a robe.
Yeah, underrated for
Underrated.
sure.
Get
For
you a
sure.
robe today.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely have a women's robe now that I think about it.
Okay, now I'm just gonna go back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay, overrated. Oh, I thought this one was interesting and pertained to you, Matt. I think one thing that is very overrated is having a big wedding party. I personally don't want to worry that much about having to entertain or worry about that many people, nor do I have that many friends. I don't see the excitement in it when I'd rather have my 3 friends by my side and have the best time.
Totally agree. I totally agree. For just my case, I have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
I have a lot of close friends where even if I didn't invite them, I'd have issues on my hands.
Yeah.
Like people's feelings would be hurt. I want a reasonably small wedding, but I can't.
I think it just depends on,
I think the
what you
amount of
want.
people is not what this person might be saying too. Like, you could have 300 people, and
No,
if you do
they were saying wedding party.
Oh.
like for example, instead of doing it at a very fancy, expensive hotel with a giant cake and a full band and all these like flourishes and flowers and all these things, you could just like go to a farm on a field on a nice afternoon, and it's just very minimal, and you just have a party in the barn. Like,
You
Wait, I
mean-
thought she's still talking
She's
about the
still talking about, like,
size.
bridesmaids.
She's not talking about the reception.
She's talking about
She's not
bridesmaids
talking about
and
the wedding at
groomsmen,
all.
Like the wedding party.
sorry, I thought when you said party, like, woo, we're partying.
It's a
I also
reception.
did see, I was like looking at like the list of number one things, and like having a big wedding is overrated.
I think that is overrated. But hold on. Sorry, do I sound like an idiot now because I just
No.
thought that we
No,
should
no,
have
it's
a
no,
kind
party?
of funny. It's kind
yeah.
of funny.
Yeah.
What wedding party is?
Like
The
your
size.
groomsmen,
Party
your
of 5?
bridesmaids.
Party of 4?
That's
Party
what
of-
a wedding party is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the wedding
So
party.
what do you call the after they do the?
No,
Reception.
the
Stop the
wedding,
thing.
the
Reception.
wedding party is your groomsmen and your bridesmaids.
Oh.
And the groom and bride.
Oh,
Right?
we're not talking
Yes.
about just the big wedding in general.
No.
Isn't that the entire wedding party? Okay, my bad, and I'm learning.
You better learn, Matt. It's coming
Okay,
up.
so the wedding party is like
Yes, and then she was
Dufresne party of 3.
my
Yes.
brain.
Okay, so it's just the bridesmaids and groomsmen.
Uh-huh. And bride and groom.
What is a large amount? More than 3? More
Probably
than
like
5?
more than 5.
Yeah.
Mine is as big as Patricia's is, and so Patricia sets how big it's going to be. So that's on her. If she was like, I'm only having 5 people, then I'm only having 5 people.
Yeah.
Now
I
if
feel
we're
like
having 14,
Oh my.
4? Oh, right. There's gonna be 28 people up there.
14, no, they won't even be up there.
Why?
Because they're getting married in a church.
Oh, I never
Either
did.
you'll
I never
be
did one of those.
seated on like these. No, you're going to be like seated.
Wow.
Oh, easy. So I could be on my phone doing the Wordle.
I think so. I'm pretty sure that's how it is at the
I-
Greek
Dude,
church.
Yeah.
imagine if Be Real goes off during your reception.
Oh yeah, I'll be on my phone for sure the whole time.
Live streaming.
People.
Yeah, I think the thing with weddings, this is one of those things where I'm like,
Oh, sorry. I just remembered at your wedding, Matt was hysterical crying during the reception. Like when you got married and you guys were reading the vows, I was just like kind of looking around and everyone was like really happy. And Matt is just, he was just sobbing because he was so happy. He was like, it's just so beautiful. And I just remember.
Dude, weddings make me cry.
Me too.
I cry more than like the groom
Dude,
does.
I like
stood up there.
It was like right before you guys even said anything. Like you had just walked the aisle. I think
my
TJ
God.
was like walking up and I was kind of just like looking around. No one was really crying yet. And
Yeah.
Matt was just full blown.
I can't even.
It was a great memory. I just remember that was a nice
that's very nice.
memory.
Um,
So wedding party,
yeah,
not too huge.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like,
I hear this person.
It's different for everybody.
no, yeah, that's the thing.
For you, if it's underrated or overrated, it
Yeah.
can be whatever you want it to be. Everyone's weddings and their social groups and their lives are
Yeah.
different.
Like you
so
can think it's crazy,
There's no standards.
but I
for
just
this.
I just don't think that there is like an overrated, underrated thing. Like I'm not constantly going to weddings that have
You're like
yours will be the only wedding I've been to that's had anything remotely close
and we're
to
just
that
sitting in
many
the back.
people.
This is overrated.
You know, so it's like I haven't been to a lot that I would then think that that's something that is,
Yeah, this person's
The
thinking too
norm.
hard about what other people think.
but like weddings were like a hot topic for overrated, underrated stuff when I Googled.
Yeah, there is.
Oh.
I think most wedding stuff is
I just-
overrated.
Yeah, but I just think it's like whatever they want. And then you can just like
Sure,
judge it on
I
your
just don't
own.
think it's worth.
Be
It's
like, I wouldn't
it's,
do that.
It's overrated to stress out about what are the flowers and what is the hors d'oeuvres going to be, and we're not having salmon at my wedding. Like nobody gives a shit. All weddings are basically the same. Just don't stress out. It's all going to be fine. I know that probably people don't agree with me on this, but I've seen people stress out about weddings, and like your guests don't really care if the flowers are like white or off
Oh,
white.
no, 100%.
Like no one's gonna be like, can you believe? I mean, maybe Matt would
Well,
be like, can you believe?
I'm kidding. No,
Not
no, no.
doing that at weddings.
Yeah.
They had
No, I'm just like,
carnations.
I'm like, is it a trapdoor cake or is it not?
What is that?
Like a fake wedding cake? Do you know
Like
what
you do, yeah, you do like 3 tiers will be real. You know, like ones that sometimes you see are like really
Yeah.
tall. And then they just add like cardboard fake cake on the top. And
And
then
you-
they're
And
like,
then
you
sometimes
would-
they open up a trapdoor, and then when they have to take pictures of them cutting it, they're just opening up this trapdoor and pulling out a cake.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, I've gone to a couple weddings, and I've noticed it's a trapdoor cake.
Wow.
And do you look
I don't
down at
point
them?
it out.
But do you look down? And
You're
you're like,
like,
oh,
No,
I would
no,
never.
I'm just being
Excuse
stupid.
me,
Matt.
is it a trapdoor cake?
I'm just being stupid, Matt King, being like,
it's funny
what's the
'cause, like-
mystery here? I'm just doing it, trying to like see if my suspicions
Are true.
yeah,
Yeah.
prove
Oh,
me
interesting.
right.
Okay,
yeah.
that's fair.
yeah.
mine wasn't a trapdoor cake.
I can't even remember your cake.
I don't.
I remember the food was. You guys had that great little Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
And the photo booth was great.
Photo booth was good too.
You had a photo booth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, did I?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best. That's my favorite.
Well, next. Cats are very underrated. It seems like everyone hates them and doesn't care for them. They are so smart and so easy to have as pets.
I agree.
Yeah.
I just think that I also love dogs, but I just feel like most people are like a cat.
Yes.
And it's like they're
always-
such majestic creatures. I
It's
just
such
love
disrespect.
them.
Ugh, a cat. No one, even if someone has a dog, cat people were not like, ew, a dog.
Yeah.
Because we're nice. We respect like whatever it is.
Cats
you
have boundaries, and I love that about them. It's like, I'm
Not
not
all
going to
the
do too
time.
much. What?
Not all the time.
Dogs are better creatures. I think so.
And dogs can be annoying. More annoying than cats sometimes.
Dogs can
Sorry, I
be
said
annoying.
it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Dogs can definitely
Those
be
little
annoying.
yippy white dogs with the crust on the, like,
Yeah. Or
And
Sorry.
all they want is like food too.
Yeah.
They're like,
yeah. I mean, they both can definitely be annoying, but
I do
I
not
just feel
get
like dog people
cats.
have a high horse when they're like, cats.
I agree.
You don't
like-
like cats?
No.
What? I thought you love cats.
I love my cat because it's not really a cat. But like, I don't like like walking to Carly's house. I'm like afraid of them.
Yeah.
And my other friend Danny has cats that I'm also afraid of.
Same. I'm afraid of cats.
I love your cats.
I
Thank you.
like I don't
I'm so happy someone said that.
hate cats. I'm just like I will never get another cat, mainly because it'll never be like Whitey.
Would never.
And I don't feel as though they're underrated. I feel like they're perfectly rated, and everyone who has a cat is like, I have a cat.
It's
with
like a
dog
big part of your
people.
personality.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm saying like I don't think they're underrated.
I think they are.
I think they're underrated.
I think
Or, sorry, they're
some
overrated.
people who
I don't
have
think
dogs need to be having cats because
Why?
because they're not taking their dog out to walk enough.
Right.
They,
yeah.
they,
Well, I
they're
just think
living
they
in a
shouldn't have a
space.
cat. They
they're-
shouldn't have any animal. They shouldn't be allowed to have an animal.
They're living in a space that's too small for the dog. It's just like
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know.
They
I
go
think
away
they should have
too
gave
much.
you should have gave a cat a chance before you got a dog.
My big thing with cats, you just don't know what they're thinking, how
Yeah.
they're feeling, what they're gonna do. I'm always scared
On
a cat
edge.
is just gonna scratch me and bite me, and there's no indication. Like
Yeah.
with
That's
a
kind of the
dog,
fun.
No.
a dog will be like, "Rrrr," and you're like, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I'm not. Or they'll be like, and it's so clear what their emotion is. And like I've watched your cats before, and I have to treat it like a dog. I'm like, hey buddy, how you doing? Like, good to see you. Is it okay if I pet you? And I'm just like scared to like interact with a cat.
Yeah. They're
And
they're very much more like,
But like, do they even like show? Do you think your cat loves you?
yes, and this is like such a common thing. It's
Is
like
it?
cats don't love you. They love you so much.
How do
Not
they
as
show
much
it?
as a dog.
Yeah, no, dude. When
Nope,
these dogs run in
disagree.
here, can you imagine if Mike had two
They just
cats?
they show love
instead of two
different
dogs?
ways.
How? How do they show you love?
Like Frank will literally come up to me and like lay on my chest and like push his head on my head, and it's like so adorable. He's purring, and it's like he loves me. He wouldn't do that
To
well,
anybody else.
Well, he probably would because he's Frank and he's like obsessed with people. But like Buttercup, my other cat, she's very like scared of people, kind of. But once in a while, she'll come up onto my lap and start making biscuits, and that shows me that she loves me. And
Making
it's really
biscuits?
Yeah, that means
Yeah.
that they're content and happy.
what does that mean?
It
They're
means
like
like
putting their like
Like
they
going
have
like
like a
this.
blanket and they're like are putting their paws in the
Huh.
blanket.
it's like something that they do to show that they're happy.
It's
and
like wagging their
content.
tail, but they just put one like this. They're playing the bongos.
yeah, they're just like
Kinda, yeah. Have you ever seen like cats at the bakery?
Cats
Making
at the
biscuits?
bakery.
Well, it's like a joke. Like
I feel like I have no idea what you guys are talking about right now. Like I'm trying to be like,
Cats at the bakery.
like you saying
What
making
bakery?
I just
making
like
biscuits?
there's this huge misconception. It's like cats don't love you, and it's like
I just
don't
don't
think
know how
that
you
cats
know.
don't love you. I just think that they like the love from a dog is a lot different than the love from a cat.
totally. Dogs are very outwardly like you're home, woohoo,
Yes.
which is so cute.
Yes.
Cats are. I think it's funny how like sometimes they'll come home and they don't give a fuck that I'm there.
Right.
But I know that they need me still.
You also like Carly loves messing with them.
Oh, I just love like
she'll like to play
Love
with
it.
them to get them riled to like swat you or hiss
Yeah.
at you.
But do you
which-
ever get scratched or bit by them?
yeah, but it doesn't like hurt really. It's just
my
like
God,
funny.
that's so. I like getting bit
I
by a
wouldn't-
cat is like getting bit by a rattlesnake.
I
would
wouldn't
not
do that to like a random cat or a cat I didn't know. It's like once you know your cat very well, then you know their limits and like what they're gonna do. Like
They
with Danny's
scare
cat,
me.
I would never like start doing that because I
Yeah.
don't know what the fuck it's gonna do.
right.
Is
But
it
that's the
your
fun
thing
of it
about
all.
the difference between dogs and cats about like their beliefs about God?
Oh, dogs
What?
think
Dogs
think man is God. Cats know God exists, but it isn't man. So meaning dogs are like, oh my gosh, hi,
Yeah.
you, yes, you are like
The supreme being.
You are
You
my
are
supreme
God.
being. I need to worship and give you. Cats are like, I see you, but you are not like
You're not
Yeah.
the supreme
the
being.
top.
And we like in ancient Egypt and stuff, we worshipped cats. So it's like we've always been like
They've had like this
cats.
third eye about them where they're like, I see you, but don't think that you're the most important
Yeah,
person.
I need like the constant love. Like with Whitey, that's my cat. She loves me on her own terms.
Yeah.
But with Paris, it's like, oh my God, I'm the greatest thing to ever walk planet Earth.
Yeah.
And like, if either one of them don't want to cuddle with me, I'm offended. And it's most likely that the cat will like walk away.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
harder to get the cat to stay than the dog.
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
dog can be like so easily persuaded with like treats and that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. I just don't think that they're underrated. I think that cats are like beloved by the cat lovers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, people aren't like pushing cats on you, right? It's not like we're dealing with a culture of like, no, you have to get a cat. What do you mean? You don't have a cat? That's so weird.
Yeah.
If that's where we were, then cats would be overrated. But like, the
It's
cat
also
people
like when
aren't.
you have a cat. Like I did not really care about cats at all until I actually got one, and then now I'm like oh, I get it.
Why did you first get one?
Because it was during the pandemic, and I was like, I'm gonna foster, and then if I fall in love with it, it's not a
that's what
dog.
it
I don't
was.
have to like stay home all. Yeah,
Right.
Oh, I would love a cat.
yeah.
Scottish Fold.
Scottish
Those
Fold. would
every
be
time
like-
since you mentioned that, I like see them on TikTok and I'm like, damn, that is a sick cat.
yeah.
I want a huge cat. Like I literally wish I could get like a baby lion. Like I want it to be as big as me.
I like those
Or a
cats also
dog
that
that
look
big.
like lions, like the big, like Garfield looking
Like
ones.
the Bengal cats.
Yeah. But
Or-
like they're scary. I'd be like scared it's gonna
I feel like
Yeah.
you have
kill
to
me in my
feed it
sleep.
like we have to feed it like a rotisserie
Human.
chicken.
Yeah, you feed
that's
it like
just
real meat. It's like
liver.
big ass
yeah,
meat.
You're like, ugh.
I would want that or like one of those like wolf dog hybrids. But I'm too scared, obviously. I wouldn't
Yeah.
actually.
I would be scared sleeping in a house with a cat. I feel like the cat would come and eat
No,
my
they
face.
do scary. It's not going to eat you, but like sometimes I'll just wake up and Whitey's like
Staring.
Yeah,
and
they
her
stare a
eyes,
lot.
They're fucking scary.
Their eyes
I'm
glow
like
in the dark.
not a cat gal,
Wow.
but I get it.
You do a good job of
Well, I think it's because I love animals, but
Yeah.
like at the end of the day, like cats are just like gross
I
me
would have
out a little
sworn
and scare
based on
me.
your interactions and love of Whitey that you are a cat person. But
Whitey's so different though. Like she doesn't act like a cat.
yeah, she's like a loaf of bread.
When TJ told me he had a cat, when I first met him, I was like, ugh.
Oh wow.
Red flag.
Yeah, but then I like met her and then she literally like greets you and like licks you and I'm like, oh, you're not really a cat.
Right.
right.
But she still does all the gross cat stuff like poop in a litter box that you have to leave in the open and like all that icky stuff that I don't like.
So you got the robotic one now.
Yeah, but it's still like there.
It's in
it
your
still
house.
takes up your
It's
space.
really big.
Yeah, it's so
So if TJ in like 5 years is like, I really want another cat, would
He
you say
wouldn't.
no?
I'd get
Yeah.
a cat for my like if one of my kids really wanted a cat. Like
Kittens?
I'll have dogs for sure, but then the moment my cat's like, I want a kitty, I'll be like, I'm getting you a cat.
kitty.
Kittens are unbelievably cute.
They're
Yeah,
so
That's
cute.
They're
But
little
they're also
shits,
little
though.
demons.
They're like
Are they?
they're
Yes.
really hard to have in your house.
Yeah.
Like
I'd rather
my
get, like, a-
curtains are ruined. Like it's
I remember when Scott got his cat and I went over there when it was like a little baby. Oh my god,
They're
that
so
was the
cute,
cutest
yeah.
thing, and that's probably cuter than a dog.
Yeah,
But
when I had a cat growing up and it passed away 'cause of old age, and then I convinced my parents to get me a kitten, and it literally that's what traumatized me and made me hate cats. It was demonic, and I was like, I don't like them anymore. And then it got eaten by a coyote, and I was like, thank God.
oh my god, I respect the honesty.
I had a demonic cat growing up too. Really
They're
They're
all-
so scary. They're
they're
just
all
like
demonic.
unhinged.
There's no
I'm
demonic
like, I don't want
dogs.
scratches all over my arms. Like,
I just had one cat. One cat. Never had a dog.
oh really? I feel like
Also have a
that's
big
so
attachment
weird.
to
Like
them.
you seem like a big golden retriever guy.
Oh, I am.
Yeah.
I would have loved that, but my parents weren't into it. They only liked the cat. So
It's because it's so easy to take care of.
yeah. Yeah. No, they really are. But I always have a soft spot for cats.
Yeah.
Meow.
Meow, meow, meow.
Okay. Something overrated is vaping. It's something so unhealthy and shouldn't be a trendy, cool thing to do. Almost all my friends vape, and I'm fucking 18, lol. They are all addicted, and it's concerning. Not gonna lie, I have hit some vapes while partying, but I will never own one myself.
vapes.
Hell yeah, preach it.
Yeah, I completely agree. It is really overrated. And to the point now, looking at it in what's a retrospect, it's alarming how wide people are addicted to vapes. It seems like more people are addicted to vaping and nicotine than there were people who were addicted to smoking
100%.
like 10, 20 years
Like
ago.
cigarettes?
Do you think it's
Yeah.
because it's like cuter?
I think
Like,
it's
what's
more
the
trendy.
tea?
It
It's-
looks
it's
cool.
also more
Smell like
accessible.
it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you can keep it a secret.
You can also
Kids
do
in
it
high school-
constantly. Cigarettes, you have
Yeah.
to go outside and take a
Like
break.
buy
So
them.
true.
It's
and-
just, it's like the bong guy from the other time where like, if you have it available, you're going to do it.
The bong guy. Yeah.
Like if it's available to you, you're going to do it. It's in your
Totally.
pocket. You don't, when people were smoking cigarettes, you can't just light up in the middle of like, but right now, if I had a vape, I could just hit it.
Yeah.
So I think that made it a lot more, but do not fucking vape. It's the
No, I
worst
think
thing in
it's
the world.
totally overrated.
I know, but
Especially-
what's funny is even if we brought this up, like while I was still vaping, I'm
You'd go-
curious what my answer would
I
be.
know.
Yeah,
Where I'd
yeah.
be like, live your life. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, I'll eventually quit one day. I'm trying to think of like my mindset I would have if we
Yeah.
were talking about this.
It spikes your dopamine, which basically it's like doing drugs, like hard drugs, and it makes the rest of your life, any good thing that happens, not as good as it could feel because you've already released all those brain
Completely
chemicals
agree.
with.
Also, I think just as like a bystander, I myself don't do that, but like I'll be walking through like an airport and then I'm just getting like
Vape
stuck
lung,
in
yeah.
clouds of like other people's stuff.
Frosted flakes.
Yeah, you know, literally.
Those, like, big
Remember those
vapes that
big
people
ones?
have?
Oh my god! Like it's like a whole hand.
Yeah.
It's literally like all of a sudden you're being like,
Those smelled good though.
I know.
They're like cotton candy or
But
like.
those are the ones that exploded, right?
I think so because the battery's so big.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah, this is
Charlie Classic.
I know.
That's what I think of.
The like fruity pebbles.
Yes, and they smelled so
there was like a
good.
maple flavor. I mean,
Yeah.
they smell really good, but it's like,
Yeah.
It's overrated.
It's totally overrated. It's so trendy, especially in LA.
Try quitting. Just know that the first 2 weeks are going to suck, and then you'll be so surprised. Also, think about how much money you will save.
Oh
You
my
were spending
God.
so much money to just
I know.
feel a sense of satisfaction and release. Like, I can't believe how much money I spent. Knowing now how much control I have, and I'm
Yeah.
not
Have you ever
throwing...
no wonder
Added it
why
up.
you were like so stressed about the froyo. So you,
I've
Like your
added,
$22
I've
vape
added
every
up
3 days.
how much
You
I
would have
probably
spent?
have saved since
How
doing
much
it.
was it?
How much have you saved, do you think?
Let's think.
Oh, you
So-
use the app?
Well, I can do the math. So
He's
it's been
44 days.
41 days.
Dabes.
44 days.
And you buy what?
Days.
Every
44 days divided by what?
Every 3 days you would buy
7
one?
days. So it's been like 6 weeks. 6 weeks times
How many would you buy a week? Two?
3.
Three?
So 3 times 6?
Sure.
3 times 6
Times
is...
what?
Wait, 3 times 6 is 18. Times what? $22 a vape?
Yeah.
I've saved $396.
Almost $400.
$400.
So that's how much you would spend, what, a month?
No, since he's
over
quit.
a course.
weeks.
So I've
In
just I've
6
saved myself
weeks.
$400 by quitting
Damn.
vaping. But
I want to know how much you've spent.
It's also
I
crazy that we
know.
were.
I
I don't even want to think about
I
that.
know, you probably don't.
well, multiply
I'm just-
that by
I'm not. Now we're not doing that. Because that's not good for my.
like,
That's not
I
good for my
know.
mental health.
I
Because
know,
I'm
I
going to
know.
be trying to go to bed, and then I'm like,
Like, I spent this amount of money.
I'm going to be thinking about.
But
I
Matt,
could have bought a plane ticket.
The pain of discipline is greater than the pain of regret. So you just continue on this path.
Mike, it depends.
But you know what? I had a great time vaping. I had a great time smoking cigarettes. I really did.
I know, but you,
I had some great conversations, some
You've
great
made-
laughs, met some fun people along the way.
because of the cigarette.
Yeah, I really do think
Yeah.
the bonding activity.
Yeah.
it's also crazy how
Definitely
close we were to
distinct.
like eliminating nicotine from our society. Like in the
Yeah.
early 2000s, before vaping, like
Ugh, I
nobody
wish.
smoked cigarettes. If you smoked cigarettes in like college or
I
like
did.
after college, you're like,
I did.
Okay.
I used to smoke on their balcony.
okay,
Yeah,
you're
Yeah,
and then
you
he,
degenerate.
would.
one day he flipped out on us because you're like, you can't post that on Snapchat.
Oh, yeah, we're like filming something.
They
and
were
you had
filming
a
me smoking
cigarette.
cigarettes, and I'm like,
Well, don't do it then if you're ashamed.
Yeah, don't be a degenerate if you don't want the
I
world
was a
to.
closeted smoker.
No, we got like so freaked out. We're like, oh,
But
whoa, we
even
didn't
that's my
know.
point. Is like smoking was not something you could just do in the open, or it wasn't cool. It was like so close to being eliminated, and then fucking Juuls came out, and
Ruined it all.
that's what started it all. I
My-
used to get Juuls. I thought it was like harmless, but
Oh, you did? Did
yeah,
you get
when
addicted to it?
they came out like right when I finished college, and my friends were like, "Well, this is kind of fun. Like instead of not doing it, may as well just do it."
Yeah.
And then I bought them for like a month or two, and I was like, "This is fucking disgusting."
Yeah.
But I think Juul is the one who like started the trend.
I just can't
Yeah.
believe I still crave the nicotine, but
Well, it's only been 44 days.
I know. I always
Yeah.
thought like, oh, I still would consume nicotine, just not vaping. And now I'm not on nicotine.
You
If
don't
you
need
like
it.
walk by someone who's smoking a cig, you're like,
I'm like, smells good. Give me a drag of that. But
so good.
but the nicotine though, it was just, I was constantly just clicking the satisfaction button. And now I feel like my creativity is a little bit expanded. I have a little bit more confidence. I'm a little bit more patient in situations because I'm not addicted to the nicotine. So
Well, good for you.
Good job, Matt.
thank you.
you guys can do it too.
Yeah. Fuck vaping.
Okay, underrated. Pears.
Shout out to Pears.
I saw
I-
this and I was like, I think you're right.
I don't know the last time I had a
I
pear.
think
I had it,
pears
a couple
are
weeks ago.
underrated.
Are they
I-
at the grocery store or are they like a seasonal item? Like, are
They're-
they there all year round?
They're at the Beverly Hills
I don't
Hotel
think they're
in all
all
the
year.
rooms.
I don't.
It's like a peach. They're not all year round.
I feel like if I go to Ralph's, I'm not seeing a pear like
I
mountain
feel like
of pears.
I want more. Like when I eat a pear, I'm like, I need
Pears
some.
are so good.
They're just not as flavory as I want it to be.
Oh, I love
I think that
pears.
I
don't
think I've
they're
only had
underrated.
one pear in my whole life. Now that I think about it, I can't even picture what it tastes like.
It looks
It's like
like
almost, it
white.
tastes kind of like
It's like a sweeter
like an apple?
It's so juicy, dude. It's so no. Apples are like thicker.
Apples are overrated and pears are underrated.
What about peaches?
Oh
Love
my
a
god, I
peach.
love a peach.
Peaches are
Love
my
a peach.
favorite.
Love
Oh.
a plum. I love a plum.
Oh yeah, or jacking off at the peach.
Yeah, that too.
Is it a video? Sorry.
Wasn't it a
pear.
grapefruit?
No, is it apricot? No, it's a peach.
Apricot.
Apricot.
That's what I said.
Ugh.
God, peaches.
Apricot.
Can you imagine having a peach tree?
You get your peaches.
That'd be so
on
sick.
enjoy.
I had a peach. No, I had a plum tree in my
A
backyard.
partridge and a peach
Pear
tree.
tree.
Oh, a pear
On
tree.
Wow.
Peach Tree Street.
I should get a pear. I feel like it would be having it for the first
Another
time.
video. I fucking love pears.
Pears
They're
are shaped
so
like
good.
it's like round at the bottom and then comes up at the top.
Yeah, it's
It's
like a
slim
beautiful,
thick.
thick queen.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a.
A woman.
The body of a woman.
gonna say-
But,
looks
like
like-
pears are really good too because you can get them in like those little cups when they're like in the juice already like pre-cut. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Do they have pits, seeds? What's in the middle of a pear?
Yeah, it's like a core.
Like an apple. Okay, it's not like a peach where there's like the
A
nut
pit.
of a peach.
Yeah, no, it's like an apple.
Peach pits are fucking insane.
Yeah.
I know.
They look like they're like alien eggs with like all those
Yeah.
pockets in
Yeah.
them.
Oh, peaches are so good.
I know.
And then
nectarines, oh my God.
plums.
I love plums.
I haven't had a plum in too
Plums.
long. I can't remember what
Go
it
to a
even
farmer's
tastes
market.
like.
Just take some samples of them. They're delicious.
They're so good.
Yeah, some of these fruits are all really underrated.
Yeah. I feel like apple just is like, everyone's like, I love apples.
Yeah, apple might be overrated.
I think
Oh,
it's
I love
overrated.
apples. Apples with lemon squeeze and cinnamon on it.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Lemon?
The best, yes.
I thought you were going to say like peanut butter.
This is a
Well,
little
and
off
peanut
topic.
butter.
What's that nursery rhyme about the little boy who like eats a pie, sticks his thumb,
Oh.
and says, "What a good boy am
Oh, it's
I?"
like blueberry.
It's about a plum, right?
Or is it a plum? And he like sticks his.
I don't
he goes, "What a
know.
good
Jack be
what?"
nimble, Jack be quick.
Jack jumped over
Or
the candlestick, but then there was like a something sat in the corner.
Is this the same rhyme?
Sticks his thumb in the pie, says, "Oh, what a good boy am I."
Dude,
Does that sound
no
familiar?
idea.
Visual?
Little
Why do they
Jack
teach us
Horner.
that stuff?
Little
Like,
Jack Horner sat in the corner eating a Christmas pie. He put in his thumb and pulled out a plum and said, "What a good boy am I."
What does that teach
Fuck
us?
made that.
Hey, sits in a corner eating
Where
I
did that
don't
come from?
eating
Mother
a,
Goose?
eating a Christmas pie.
Mother Goose.
Never had plum in a Christmas pie. Oh, I can't fucking wait for Thanksgiving.
Silly.
I feel like I've had peach, like people,
Cobbler?
or sorry, not peach. What's the
Pear?
pear? I'm just trying to think of the shape.
Yeah.
People make like chutneys out of pear, and like you'll have like on a like a pear spread. I feel like on a charcuterie board with like cheese and crackers,
Yes.
someone will have
Yeah.
like a
Like
pear.
a fig.
Yeah. So maybe I don't know. I genuinely cannot tell
You gotta
you.
get a pear.
I'm gonna get a pear.
I fucking love
I
pears.
cannot picture what it tastes like. I
haven't
have
had
no
one
idea.
in so long.
Trader Joe's has these like tall like jars, and they have like peach halves. There's some with peach halves and there's some with pear halves, and it's
Yep.
like in the liquid.
Yum.
They're so good.
Man.
You
It's
just, like,
so
eat.
juicy, but it almost has this like dry kind of like feel to it too. You know what I'm talking
I
about?
know,
Where like your
100%.
tongue is like.
I love the fuzziness of the outside of a peach too.
I know.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
it's like
Peach is just so good.
it makes no sense. You're like, oh, this is it's like human skin on the outside with like peach fuzz. It's like
Speaking of human skin, do you guys eat kiwis with or without skin?
I don't,
I don't
eat
eat kiwis. Like,
Oh, really?
I mean, like occasionally I'll have a kiwi, but I'm not like at
Oh, I
home
love
with
a
a kiwi.
kiwi.
I
You
love
can't eat it
kiwi.
Like
with
I'm
the
not
skin
shopping
though, right?
going,
Yeah.
ooh, kiwis.
Carly feel like a little apple.
You eat kiwis like on the reg?
Not if Nolan gets them, I will.
What about a
Wow.
kumquat?
Didn't you guys have
charcuterie.
those, or was that like the Denny house or something? Didn't they have kumquats?
I don't even
Back
know what a
there?
kumquat is. Is it
It's
yellow?
Like isn't it like a
Yes.
little?
Looks like a little
It's like
orange
pineapple.
or
yes,
something?
Yeah,
I always
somebody
like-
had them at some house at one point.
I always like looking at those crazy fruits from like China and Japan,
Like
like
dragon
the
fruit?
star fruit, or like
Starfruit.
Dragon
Super
fruit.
Dragon fruit.
there's just like these like, and there's one section with these fruits that are just in insane shapes with like spikes on them, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm always too scared to
You know
try.
what I hate? Papaya.
Oh, I
It tastes like, it smells like vomit.
It kind
Yeah.
of tastes like it a little.
Oh,
You have
yeah.
to. Okay, I had that same thought. Someone told us to try papaya, and I was trying to do it for my stomach because they were like, "Oh, it helps you go to the bathroom." And I ate it and was repulsed. It literally tasted like vomit, but you have to wait for it to get like really, really ripe.
The enzyme, it's apparently the enzyme is very close to the enzyme that's in our bile.
Oh.
And that's why it tastes like vomit. Remember when we were in
Ew,
Bon Air
weird.
and we were having those smoothies, and I'll never forget it. When Eric got that smoothie and I go, what is it? He goes, papaya. And I drank it and I was like,
yeah.
This is
I
vomit?
thought I had never had papaya. And I was like, and I thought papaya was going to be delightful. You know, like the
Yeah.
store.
Yeah.
Like it's like
It's like a
papaya.
fruit.
I was like, like I thought something was wrong with his drink and I felt bad. But yeah, it's the same enzyme.
Ugh.
We make like papaya boats. So we like take the seeds out and cut it in half and then put like yogurt and berries. So it like kind of takes the flavor away, but it's really good for you. But yeah, real puke hours.
Also, didn't TJ said he squeezed like lime on it
Yep.
and it helped? I feel like that would be better.
Capitalism. Overrated.
We have,
We have some time.
well, Mike, this one might strike for you, but somebody said NYC
Mm.
overrated.
Could not agree more. Could not agree more.
I feel like any place that's extremely touristy is overrated in some aspect.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because like Times Square, overrated. Hollywood Walk of Fame,
Oh, yeah.
overrated. New York City,
I
don't
think that
know.
the Hollywood Walk of Fame is pretty properly rated. I still think it's pretty cool.
The Walk of Fame.
Yeah, it's seeing all those little stars. Oh, there's Don Rickles.
Yeah, but like think of the area.
Yeah, it's not like the nicest area, but like the thing itself. Every time if I'm walking around and there's like the stars on the ground, I'm like, damn, this is so sick. Like I still think it's sick to like walk down and be like, damn, Barbara Walters.
I
That's
think you
so
need to be in LA a little bit longer. I admire that it's still staying with you and that you love to see it. Do you love when you see the Hollywood sign? Are you like,
Yes, I still think it's so cool. If I ever catch a glimpse, I'm like, gotta take a picture of it. Like
I do love the Hollywood sign.
like all this shit is still very cool to me.
I think I just don't like Times Square in the Walk of Fame. They're all just like, they're all just really busy and packed
Yeah.
with people, and
Right.
that's why
it's
Don't
better than
like
Times
them.
Square though.
yeah,
It
it's better
is,
than
yeah.
Times Square
Yeah.
is just fucking hell on
But
earth.
also like Hollywood Boulevard just smells like piss. Like it's disgusting.
Yeah, but there's parts of it where I like if the stars go for like a really really long time. So maybe in front of like the theater, that's
Maybe
a
we
little.
go to like the Palm Springs Walk of Fame.
Oh, see, I would love that. That would be great. But New York City is overrated. It is not the greatest city in
There's
the
a
world.
Palm Springs Walk of Fame?
Yeah.
Never knew that.
Well, guess you're not as intellectual as you thought you were.
Guess you're dumb.
I would say to clarify, Manhattan is definitely overrated. I
Okay.
think if you live in Brooklyn or like Queens or the Bronx, it's probably a little better.
I
But Manhattan
love
itself
Brooklyn.
is just like, it's just a fucking circus 24 hours a day. There's always a siren going off.
Yeah.
There's always construction happening. You're gonna fucking bump into somebody walking down the streets.
So do you think, based on that logic, all cities are overrated?
No, because like you walk around Austin, Texas, and it's a city and it's just amazing. Like
Okay.
It's getting overrated.
I haven't been there in a few years. I don't think I've been there since before the
You're same here. So,
So
who am I?
I think like 2019 was the last time I went. But like living in Austin, sign me up. Living in Manhattan, abso-fucking-lutely not. Chicago, good or bad?
I love Chicago in the summertime. Love it.
I was in Chicago for one day when I was playing drums with Adam, and I
Oh,
walked
yeah.
around and like beautiful, amazing city. There's like houses, but also
They all have
buildings.
professional sports teams. There's like an incredible lake right by it. That's like really great water that you
People
can like
seem
swim
happy to
in.
be there. Like, yeah,
never
New York
been.
is.
You've never been to Chicago?
Just the airport. Can you believe? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I know.
I know.
Is
Wow.
Boston a good city? Overrated, underrated?
For me, it's like so hard to say. I think it's like all personal preference. Like also
Right.
like you were in the thick of New York for so long that you're probably just like, I don't want anything to do
Yeah, your
with it.
perspective's different.
But like when I go there, I'm like, oh, like a breath of fresh air. I love it. But
Really?
I also just don't think like for me, city, like they're all so different.
Right.
I think if I went somewhere that
How
someone
long-
told me was so amazing and then I went and hated it, then I could be like, oh, I didn't really like it.
What is the longest amount of time you stayed in New York City?
Like a week and a half.
Once you get past that 2-week mark, that's when you're like,
But I also stay in Brooklyn.
that's even better. Yeah.
Like I'm like a Brooklyn hoe. I love it there.
It's the best. Brooklyn is the best.
Yeah. I stand.
Manhattan,
Brooklyn?
Yes.
I gotta go to Brooklyn if I'm visiting New York. I don't want to go to Brooklyn. I want to stay in Manhattan.
Have
Why?
you spent time in Brooklyn?
Yes, plenty of
It's
time.
so cute.
Oh my God. Domino Park, Williamsburg.
Yeah, it's beauty.
The whole time I'm there, I'm like, let's go back to Manhattan. I'm only in town for a freaking weekend. Like, I want to experience New York
I'm walking
City.
in.
That's
Not-
I literally stay like right across from Domino Park
Like at
in
the William
Williamsburg.
Vale Hotel.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
the best.
No, I know what you mean. I know Brooklyn has like a lot of charm and there's some really cool spots. I'm just like, I like to
I
keep
think
it
it's
in
just
Manhattan.
hater.
like different. Like I've never lived in a city other than LA,
Right.
and it's so different there because it's such a walkable place.
Yeah, it's
Where's-
cool, but
Omaha.
Underrated.
It's really cute.
I like Omaha. A bit, or Kearney or Omaha. Ugh.
Okay.
Dude, Kearney, Nebraska is so fucking
Wait, have you actually been to Kearney?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever been there, so I don't know how to compare.
why were you there?
For a speech tournament.
Oh, Omaha's a really
Kearney
cute
is-
city.
Awesome.
What was the area we were out in?
Benson.
Benson. So cute.
Yeah, it's like the hipster college people
Yeah.
go there.
That's where we were.
Yeah.
We're hipster college people.
Are we going to
We basically-
Fargo?
I'm down.
Every episode,
I'm down.
we go into Fargo.
We should do
Another
a good
channel.
influences in Fargo.
Like a live taping in Fargo.
We'd be on the
guy
news
shows
in
up.
Fargo. Like they'd be like, oh, have you guys ever been to Nashville?
Yeah.
I'm going next weekend.
I would say
Fun.
Nashville's overrated.
Is it really?
It's just like so. No, when I went, I had the best time. I just feel like it's gotten so popular and so big that it might have like lost a little bit of charm, but like it's so cute and so fun. And especially like at this time of year, stunning.
What are you
Hell
going
yeah.
for?
Just for fun, I'm going with James Gardner, Caucasian James.
What?
I don't know
I don't know
either
who
of
that
those
is.
people.
He's like a Twitter personality. It's
Oh.
his like he's the guy who says, "Y'all mind if I have a good week?" You know that meme?
Mm-mm.
Oh. He's pretty popular on like
Fun.
the internet.
Overrated.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
I just don't know
excited. So
who
it's
he
going to be a little boys
Yeah,
trip.
that'll
Do you
be
know
fun.
what you're doing?
I know we're going to Young Gravy Show,
Oh, okay.
and then we're going to Friday Beers.
You gotta
after.
go to like do some Nashville stuff. Like go to the Opry. Like,
Go to Third Man Records.
yeah.
Okay.
You better put some historical stuff on that calendar.
All right. The Opry. What's the Opry?
The Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
It's a theater.
Yeah.
They do tours and it walks you around it.
Sometimes people perform there. I'm pretty sure they do tours, but I think it would be fun to like watch a performance. Like we watched, they just had like an Opry one night.
Maybe Young Gravy will be performing there.
He
Honestly,
might be.
probably. Oh, I wonder if they'll have. No.
Oh, I feel like I'm having a kidney stone.
Oh God, here we go again.
Not
Do you
I'm
really?
feeling pain like right here in my groin, like in my urinary tract.
Is it like
Not
Now it's
before.
gone.
stabbing pain?
Let's
It might be gas.
Someone emailed us and it made me crack up. They just said, Jiffy Lube. We don't talk about how stellar of an establishment this is. Underrated.
I've never been to one,
It's
but
probably
I
true.
have heard this before that Jiffy Lube is like a 5-star experience.
No, it's so great.
Isn't it like 15 minutes or less you're there to like change your oil or whatever?
Okay.
what?
Did you not know what Jiffy Lube was?
Well, in my head, I go, isn't that the oil change place? But then I
Yeah.
got it confused with a wings joint called, what's it called? Lube, and it's a brand that looks like. It's a brand that looks like a Jiffy Lube. The whole place is that you go to an oil place, but they serve wings and stuff. And then I was like, wait, maybe that's really Jiffy Lube. And I thought y'all were talking about the
I
restaurant.
have read this that Jiffy Lube is like the best.
It's great.
Where are there Jiffy Lubes?
All over
over.
town.
I go to
all over.
Valvoline.
Valvoline also great.
Jiffy Lube.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I accept your apology.
There's a few like good ones left. One, I believe Coachella, overrated,
Overrated.
is what someone said. I don't disagree.
It's over.
I don't really have an opinion. I've never been.
But if you've never been, go.
Yeah.
Oh, I would say like
I'm not going.
But say your expectations pretty fucking low because it's not that fun.
yeah. And then McDonald's fries overrated.
Properly rated.
Strongly,
Yeah,
strongly
I
disagree.
feel like that's the fry.
yeah.
That is the baseline.
Steak
Everything
and shake
else,
fries.
That's-
I haven't had those in probably like
I
10
don't even
years.
know what that is.
And we proved it with our fry tasting video.
So
Me, Aaron, and
true.
Joe all picked out McDonald's like
Yeah.
right away.
Someone went as far as to say they said all of these. Star Wars, Harry Potter, and Lord of the Rings.
I agree, but I've never seen
All
them.
overrated. Well,
Dude, Harry Potter gets more overrated in my mind every day.
I don't know. I feel like it's losing a lot of its relevance in
Rating?
pop culture, so it becomes underrated.
Oh, I know, but I can't wait for the
for
video
me,
game.
this is like a Beyonce, Taylor Swift
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
It's like stuff that I
Totally.
really am not like.
It's not getting pushed down our throats. Like
Yeah.
we're not.
Because they're probably really good movies.
Yeah, we're just not.
I'm just never. I don't care about them. I don't care about swords or
We're not
spells.
fucking losers. God.
And then last but certainly not least, Trader Joe's overrated.
No,
They said,
absolutely not.
I get that you can get your TJ brand pumpkin spice pretzels, but for someone who actually cooks, I literally always leave
Yeah.
only being able to find half of my groceries.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everything is TJ's brand, which isn't even that good, and their store layout is honestly not
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
great.
whoa.
Sorry to all the TJ's lovers, but just give me a Publix or Market Basket.
Okay, the TJ's brand is very fucking good. Every frozen thing that I've had that I've just heated up on a skillet
Yeah.
or like a microwave has been so good.
I think it's
I'm
'cause
always
she's
surprised.
like a cooker.
That's probably why.
Yeah, because
but
I
also
agree with
Trader
you.
Joe's is you just have to know what you're getting into. You're not
Yes.
going there to get like potatoes. You're going
Yes.
there to get
But
specific
that's what
things.
she's saying.
Yeah, I mean,
But it's
I
not
agree with that.
overrated.
Shallots.
As a grocery store, like it's not.
It's I would put it in like a separate category. It's like you're not going to go to Walgreens to get your groceries. Like
What?
Well, I mean, we
Like-
go grocery shopping at Trader Joe's.
you don't go anywhere else.
Not really.
You can get
Occasionally.
like produce there.
Yeah.
But
The-
like
The one we
do
go
they have,
to is like big. They have like, yeah.
our
I've been-
Trader Joe's is really good.
Yes, I've been to I went to a different one. The one in
What?
like Sherman
Israeli?
Oaks. I went to the one in Sherman Oaks just like get something, and it was so small and like I couldn't figure out where anything was because I was so used to mine. I was like, I have to go to the other one.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
do
love
agree with
running
the
into-
layout nightmare. Make your stores fucking bigger. Like
It's always at this
It's
weird
so-
kind
yeah.
of like
They're all like-
angle where
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, what's over
going
it's
on
so
here?
annoying. Make bigger stores, get better parking lots, and maybe just like branch out a little with the things that you carry, so everyone can get their grocery shopping done in one fell swoop.
I
Yeah.
do love that they tell their checkout people to compliment you. I love that. It makes me feel so good.
They do.
Yeah, that's part of the training. Is they have to compliment you on one thing that you've selected. Have you noticed that every
that
time?
you selected?
Like when you're checking out at a Trader Joe's, if you
Oh.
notice, or I was like, "Ooh, you got the pizza rolls; those are really good. Great
mean,
choice."
It
No.
happens occasionally,
No,
but they don't do
mine
it every
are literally
time.
like, "Wow, you're so fucking hot." Like,
Do they say that? Oh,
Damn, bro, you're sexy.
My friend Daniel, he goes and he just lies to Trader Joe's employees.
what does he say?
He's like, they're like, oh, so what are your plans for today? He's like, I'm actually going skydiving. They're like, whoa, you're going skydiving? He goes, yep, I'm going right after this. And they're like, that's so exciting. And he
Every time I've been
come
there,
up with a fake story to tell a Trader Joe's employee.
Oh my
they,
God.
they're like told to like, well, you guys, I see you have some cheese. You guys doing a cheese board party? Oh my God, that'll be fun. Like they always have this.
Oh my God, I'd be exhausted
I feel
so
like
fast.
I don't notice because I'm the person who I always make conversation with people
Oh,
at like
really?
the check. I'm like, "Oh, how are you doing?"
Yeah, then they're probably like, okay.
So like I don't
we
even
got one.
notice. Yeah,
We got one, boys.
Yeah.
We got a live one, folks. Aisle 12.
Well,
This was fun.
That was really fun. That one blew by.
Was this episode overrated or underrated?
Oh, that's a good question.
think it's
I
gonna
guess
be
we'll find out
underrated.
once we see how it does online.
Yeah, we can make our decision next week.
Halloween episode doing great.
I know.
Is it?
Number
yeah.
one.
Hell yeah.
Woo! Well, thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.